Hey, beautiful spirits. Aren't these beautiful? Today, I want to talk about how to deal with grief and loss of a loved one, especially around anniversaries of deaths, holidays, anything that reminds you of them more so. And especially since November 1st through the 2nd is Dia de los Muertos, and that in the Latin culture is when we put up altars and remember our loved ones. We celebrate them, and that's a time when they can, if you've watched the movie Coco, it's so adorable. I really recommend it. But that's when they can come and be with you. I believe differently. I believe that they're with me always, but it's a beautiful tradition. It's a beautiful thing to do. It's a beautiful culture that we have, and yeah, so watch that movie if you haven't. It's really nice. And at the end of this video, I will give you a little video of, I have photos of my loved ones that have passed in my hallway all the time. They're always with me. So anyway, let's get on to how to deal with it. So if you're grieving your loved ones, and people, for one thing, if people tell you that, oh, you know, it gets better with time, it gets different with time. So just know that you will have longer periods of time when you can function better and you're not always crying, and, you know, it'll get better that way. It'll get different though, and there will be times when you feel sad for no reason. You're like, my life is good, everything's all right. Why do I feel this way? And that's when you think, okay, is it the birthday of a loved one that has passed coming up in the next couple weeks? Is it a holiday that we love to enjoy together? Is it Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Veterans Day? Is it coming up on a tradition you used to do together, something you used to do together every year? So you think about those things. And the way to get through the grieving process, and especially during those hard times, like yesterday is the anniversary of my queen, my grandma's passing. And this begins a very hard season of anniversaries. I lost my queen. I lost my kitty. I lost my mother. I lost, during this time, friends. And it just continues on and on, it seems, through fall and winter. For them, it's a huge amount of anniversaries. So the way to get through those things is to do some things that your loved one liked. Do some things that they enjoyed. Make a tradition. So what we do for my mom's anniversary, or we actually do it on her birthday, my niece, she blows out the candle on a cupcake. So we'll sing happy birthday to my mom, and then my niece is the one that blows out the candle, and it makes it a celebration rather than a somber time. And so you can do things like that. My friend that passed away, who was such a glittery, wonderful soul, so I'll watch Rocky Horror, or I'll listen to some music that I know he liked, or I'll just reminisce and look through the photos and find something funny. He always made me laugh. So there's things you can do that will help you feel closer to them if you participate in things that they liked. It makes it nicer. Go plant a tree or something, depending on what time of the year it is. Plant a rose garden. My mom loved roses. Find things like that that you can do. And another thing you can do is to live your life in a way that honors your loved one. So knowing that they wouldn't want us to be sulking and, you know, and not living. They wouldn't want that. They would want you living to the fullest. What is something that your loved one would have liked to have done? There are so many things that I want to do for the loved ones I have been close to, and I really want to honor them. And so there's things I want to do for my dad and for my mom. And we did one once. We went to, my mom wanted, before she passed away, she wanted to go to Graceland so bad. Elvis was her favorite. She wanted to go to Graceland, and she didn't make it to that. And that was very sad. And my friend and I we went to Graceland years later in honor of my mom, and it was wonderful. And I know my mom was with us, you know. So if you know that your loved ones are with you in your heart all the time, and you know that they want the best for you and they want you to be happy, that will help you to do some positive things, do some loving things. If the person that you are missing had children, do wonderful things with their children. Make some traditions with them. My mom loved to bake. If you're a baker, bake with your family. Do things like that that keep their tradition alive. My mom was really good at cooking, and baking and making candy and sewing and all kinds of stuff. So I made a scrapbook of her handwritten recipes and some of her typed recipes, and put in little notes here and there, and a picture in the front page, and then I gave that to some family. So that's a way to honor them. So there's so many ways to get through the grieving process, and sometimes it may not involve doing anything at all. Sometimes it may involve looking at their photos and allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to laugh, allowing yourself to feel all those emotions, because they're deserving of your love, and so are you. So give yourself that gentle time. Give yourself the experience of processing this, because the fact of hurting so badly means that you loved so greatly, and that is a sparkle. How blessed to have been touched by such wonderful people, right? So I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay tuned. At the end of this, I'll show my little hallway of photos. I hope you enjoy it. Lots of love and big sparkles.